Lecture 6, and in this lecture we are going to cover the topics like plastids, granules, vacuoles, nucleus, and solve some questions. So let's begin. Okay, so in plants we see parts of different colors, like leaves are green, and we see flowers of different colors like orange, red, yellow, and we see potatoes storing star. So who does all this work inside plant cells? Okay, who is responsible for storing or giving different colors? So the answer is plastids. Plastids are responsible for such different kind of changes. Okay, so let's begin understanding plastids. Plastids are found only in plant cells. Just remember this point. They are found only in plant cells, means they are absent in animal cells. Okay, we don't see such different kind of things in animals. We see only in case of plants. They are special organelles in different shapes. Okay, they are of different shape. They may be oval, they may be spherical, round, or they may be disc shaped. Okay, they may be disc shaped. Okay, I hope it is clear now. They help in making food. Okay, food through the process of photosynthesis we will be studying. Storing food, as in case of potato they store starch, and giving color to different plant parts, like petals are of different colors. Okay, so they are responsible for these things. Now let's classify plastids. So depending upon the color they impart, plastids are classified as leucoplast, chromoplast, and chloroplast. Okay, these leucoplast, they are colorless. Leuco means colorless and plast means plastid, so they are colorless plastids. Chromo means colored and plast means plastids, so they are colorful plastids. And chloro means green, and plast means plastid, so they are green colored plastids. Now okay, here we are assuming school as a plant cell. So in a plant cell, different departments have different functions. Similarly, here we will be considering leucoplast, chromoplast, and chloroplast as different departments of a plant cell with their specific function. So first let's study about leucoplast. Leucoplast, you may assume them as storage rooms. We studied that they are white, means they are colorless plastids, means they have no pigments, and they store starch. Example is potato stores starch in leucoplast. Potato stores starch. Okay, it is the example of this leucoplast. Now chromoplast, you may consider chromoplast as art and decoration room. So chromo means color, so they are colored plastids, and the color of plastids are yellow, orange, and red. Okay, and they have such pigments which are responsible for these different colors. Okay, and they are present mainly in petals of flowers and fruits, because in these parts only we see different colors. So the yellow pigment is called xanthophyll, and orange red pigment is called carotene. Okay, in flowers we have also noticed some different colored structures, like we have seen purple flowers also, blue flowers also. So who are responsible for that color? For that, this anthocyanin pigment is responsible. It is not associated with plastids. Okay, these are not plastids, but they are pigments which are dissolved in the cell sap. Okay, and which gives blue, violet, purple color to the plant parts. So note that they are not associated with plastids. Now let's move to chloroplast. So you may consider chloroplast as solar food factory, means they are making food in the presence of light, or you may consider them as kitchen. Okay, chloro means green, so they are green colored plastids. They contain green pigments which is known as chlorophyll. It is very important, just remember this point. They are found in parts exposed to light, in leaf. Okay, example is the leaf. They are mainly found in the parts which are exposed to light, and leaf is such an example. They contain yellow and orange pigments also, but chlorophyll mask them, means these pigments are also present in chloroplasts, but this chlorophyll hides them and only the green part is visible. Okay, now they trap sunlight and they absorb carbon dioxide and prepare food by photosynthesis, means photosynthesis occurs in this chloroplast only. And this chloroplast structure has its own DNA, and this chloroplast has the property to divide. See, this is how a chloroplast looks. It is a doubled membrane structure. These are thylakoids which are interconnected. Okay, so this is a chloroplast and this is a chloroplast. This chloroplast, it has its own DNA. Okay, see, this is the DNA which is present in its stroma. Okay, so this is its DNA. And this chloroplast, at the time of division, it may divide and it may form a new chloroplast. Okay, so I hope all these plastids are clear. Study about non-living substances or cell inclusions. Okay, so these include granules and vacuoles. So what are granules? You may consider granules as food storage packets. Okay, so they store different kinds of food material. So they are small particles present in the cytoplasm. They are found in the cytoplasm. Suppose this is a cell and this is the cytoplasm. So small granules are found. These are what? These are granules. They are small particles present in the cytoplasm. They store food materials, and that food materials, they are starch, glycogen and fats. Okay, now let's move to vacuoles. These vacuoles, remember, they are found mostly in case of plants only. So you may consider vacuoles as water tank or storage tank of the cell. Generally they contain water only. Okay, so they are clear sac-like spaces present in the cytoplasm. Okay, see, this is our cell and it is sac-like and it is present in the cytoplasm. This is vacuole. So they are clear sac-like spaces present in the cytoplasm. They are filled with water and dissolved substances. It has water and some dissolved substances also. Some substances are also dissolved in it. The liquid inside the vacuole is called cell sap. Whatever water is present or the liquid part inside this, that is called as cell sap. Okay, the liquid part. Now, they are larger in plant cell. These vacuoles you may see. Suppose this is a plant cell and these are larger in case of plant. And in case of animal cell, suppose this is our animal cell. So in case of animal cell, either they are absent or they are very small. Okay, they are very small like this. So this is a plant cell. This is animal. In plant cell, what? Cell wall is also present. Okay, these are the vacuole. I hope it is clear. Okay, let's study about nucleus. So nucleus is the principal organelle of the cell. It is the main center of the cell. Note this point. Nucleus is the control center of the cell. Okay, so just as a principal controls a school, the nucleus controls all the activities of the cell. Okay, it is a small spherical mass located in the center of the cytoplasm. See, this is our cell. So in the center of the cytoplasm, our nucleus is located. So this is our nucleus. Okay, now let's study about the different structure of a nucleus. So first structure is a nuclear membrane. Let's draw. Again, let's draw. This is our cell. Okay. This is our nuclear membrane. It covers and protects the nucleus. Okay, this whole structure is nucleus. It has also some parts which are present inside. Okay, we'll study about them. So this whole structure is the nucleus, and this outer layer is the nuclear membrane. It is covering and protecting the nucleus. Now, nucleoplasm, whatever inside is present inside the nuclear membrane, whatever is present inside the nuclear membrane is our nucleoplasm. Okay, and it is just like a cytoplasm. It is jelly like fluid which is present inside the nucleus. Cytoplasm is this whole jelly like structure which is present inside the cell membrane. Okay, and this nucleoplasm is present inside our nuclear membrane. Okay, now chromatin fibers. Okay, again I am drawing. This is our cell. This we are drawing the nuclear membrane. Okay, and some thin thread like structures are present, and this thread like structure is called chromatin fibers. What happens? See, during cell division, these chromatin fibers, they condense, they coil, and they form chromosomes. We'll study about them, chromosomes. Okay, now nucleolus, they are small round body inside the nucleus. Okay, and they participate in protein synthesis because they are helping in formation of ribosomes which were responsible for protein synthesis. So see, again I am drawing. This is our cell. Okay, this is our nuclear membrane, and inside it we have chromatin fibers and small round like bodies present which is called nucleolus. Okay, now chromosomes. So chromosomes, I told you that these chromatin fibers, they condense during the time of cell division and they form chromosomes. So during cell division, the chromatin fibers become thick and ribbon like. These fibers are called chromosomes. These were our chromatin fibers, and what happens at the time of cell division? They condense and they form such structures which are called as chromosomes. These are what? These are chromosomes. Okay, now note this point that human body has 46 chromosome in its cells. I am talking about the body cells. Remember, our reproductive cells like egg and the sperm, they just have 23 chromosomes. Okay, but our body cells, our cells of our skin, okay, they have 46 chromosome, means 23 pairs. Okay, why our reproductive cells just have 23 chromosome? Because what happens at the time of fertilization, these 23 chromosomes, they come from the mother, and 23 chromosomes, they come from the father, and they fuse and they form 46 chromosomes. Okay, now let's compile everything. Okay, these chromosomes, they are made up of chromatin. This chromatin condenses and form chromosomes. So this chromatin is composed of genes, which is our hereditary units. Okay, 23, we know that 23 chromosomes came from our mother and 23 chromosomes came from our father. Okay, and on that our genes were located, and these genes may be for our hair color, for our eye color, for the shape of our nose, for everything. Okay, so these genes are our hereditary units. It decide that what kind of hair color we will have, what kind of eye color we will have. Okay, so and these genes are made up of DNA, and DNA full form is deoxyribonucleic acid. We'll study about these things in higher classes. Okay. Some questions. Which plastids are colorless and store starch? Chloroplast, no. Chromoplast, no. Leucoplast, yes. Ribosomes, no. The chloroplasts were green plastids and chromoplasts were colorful plastids. Okay. Now, chromoplasts are mainly responsible for food division, no. Food storage, no. Protein synthesis, no. Giving color to flowers, fruits, yes, that's true, because they are the colored plastids, so they give color. Which pigment gives the green color to chloroplast? Carotene, no. Xanthophyll, no. Chlorophyll, yes. Anthocyanin, no. So the correct option is chlorophyll. This carotene was giving what? It was giving orange red color. This xanthophyll yellow color, and anthocyanin was responsible for blue and purple color. Okay. Now, chloroplasts are mainly found in roots, seeds, leaves, nucleus. Correct option is leaves. They are mainly found in leaves because they are responsible for food preparation through the process of photosynthesis. Now, the main function of chloroplast is storage of water, no. Photosynthesis, yes. Protein synthesis, no. Cell division, no. Option B is correct. Which cell inclusion stores food materials such as starch, glycogen and fats? We know the answer. The answer is what? Tell me. Vacuoles, no. Granules, yes. Nucleus, no. Chromosomes, no. Option B is correct. The liquid present inside a plant vacuole is called cytoplasm, no. Nucleoplast, no. Cell sap, yes. Chlorophyll, no. It is called cell sap. Now, the control center of the cell is, means it is asking the principle of the cell. Nucleus, yes, that's the correct answer. Ribosome, no. Vacuole, no. Centrosome, no. Chromatin fibers become thick and ribbon-like during cell division to form genes, no. Chromosomes, yes. DNA, no. Plastids, no. Option B is correct. They were condensing and forming chromosomes. Last question. Genes are responsible for photosynthesis, no. Storage of water, no. Digestion of food, no. Hereditary characters, yes, they were responsible for hereditary characters. I hope everything is clear in today's lecture. Now, let's end this lecture with just one simple thing. Okay. Today I will be talking about priority. It's time for you to start prioritizing yourself. Start prioritizing your health, your routines, everything. I know for the people who don't have such nature to prioritize themselves, like no matter how much you tell them to prioritize yourself, they will still think about other people. They will still care more for other people. But just for the sake of doing, just try it for once. Okay, just try it and see what happens. Okay, just you may take this as a challenge. Just try for 1 week or 21 days, because it will become a habit. So just take this challenge and do it for once. Okay, so see you in the next lecture. Till then, take care and bye bye.